Hey everybody, this is Thomas and Tanner Gallant of Maritime Hockey. Today we are joined by Halifax native and former Dalhousie University player, Kelly Bent. Thank you for joining us, Kelly, and congrats on the recent news of signing with the Kansas City Mavericks.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on today. Appreciate it.
So first off, can you kind of take us through how the deal came together and how excited you are to be joining Kansas City?
Yeah, obviously I'm very excited to get the opportunity to come down here and play. Started out with Dalhousie, not really having a season there, get canceled because of COVID, but my agent kind of reached out to a few teams, put a feelers out there, and Casey seemed to like the way I play. So they gave me the opportunity to come down and finish the season with them.
So was it kind of something, did you have lots of opportunities? Was it more just North America, or did you have stuff over in Europe too?
As of right now, just North America kind of thing. Obviously with COVID and the restricted season, even in the ECHL, a lot of teams opted out. So there was only one or two teams interested, and KC seemed just like the right fit for me.
Yeah. So this is, of course, your first stint with a pro hockey team, because last year, like you said, you spent with Dalhousie. So what do you think is going to be some of the bigger adjustments coming into pro hockey and with joining the ECHL?
Yeah, I think the biggest one might be the size and speed of the players. You know, you got a lot of guys drafted in the NHL that play in this league or have been to pro camps or played in the AHL. And I think that's the biggest thing for me is just getting back up to speed. The AUS is a great league and it's very fast, very physical, but I think this is just one step higher. So it'll be an adjustment period.
Yeah. So with COVID and all stuff, do you have any idea when you'll be joining the lineup?
As of right now, I don't know. They kind of, coach just told me he wants to practice, meet the new guys, get used to the speed and practice before they put me into the fire and do a game. But when the opportunity comes, I'll be ready.
And Kansas, they're right in the thick of the playoff race. When you're joining a new team, you're the new guy. What do you kind of look to bring to the lineup?
For me, it's been the same everywhere I go. I try to bring grit, energy, and a little bit of toughness no matter where I go, whether it's getting pucks to the net, battling the corner, and just laying a big hit or something like that, the odd scrap here and there. To me, that's something I want to bring here as well, no matter what team I go to, and hopefully KC fans and people will enjoy it and hope I can help my team get in the playoffs and make it past right to the finals.
I think too, like with you mentioned like a lot of the ECHL teams not playing this year, you're playing the same teams over and over. So that the rivalries are there, and it's kind of fits your game well. Like you don't mind mixing it up, it's great to see.
Exactly. Yeah. So we play Tulsa, actually, like we talked about before there, 4 games, the next 4 games. And then we go play another team 4 times right in a row. And it's kind of like a mini playoff series almost in a way where games carry over each time. So if you hack a guy in the first game, he might come after you the second. You never know what's going to be. So I think it makes it exciting. It's just like the NHL right now, where they're kind of playing the same teams over and over. The rivalries start to heat up.
Yeah, for sure. And I mentioned about how you like to mix it up and getting scraps once in a while. Like over your career, who would be one person that stands out as a good fighter, or somebody that's hard to fight, if you could just pick up one player, if you can think of anybody?
Yeah, there's been lots. I mean, I've been punched in the face many times and many good fighters. One that sticks out to me would be Vincent Arsenault. He's playing in the AHL right now. Yeah. He was a guy that just fed me my lunch. I was 17 in Gatineau, and he's just a big, strong guy. That was one. And obviously, Bokonji Mama there, played for St. John. He's just a big, strong guy. Plays in the AHL right now, and he's doing the same thing down there. So those are 2 guys that I respect as fighters. They're great at their job and what they do, and they can throw them with the best of them.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned that you've kind of already been with the coaching staff, but the players on the team, have you known any of these players beforehand, before joining Kansas City, or do you have any connections there?
Yeah, so my teammate Kevin Reesaw played with a couple of guys, but other than that, I don't really know anybody. There's one guy, Boston Lear, played for Acadia, so I would have played against him my first 2 or 3 years in the AUS, and he's been very welcoming to me down here in KC, which I'm very appreciative of. But other than that, no, I don't know many guys. But when I came in the room, everyone's been very welcoming to me and very nice to help me along the way. So it's a great group of guys down here.
And with that, like, if you haven't played with them, like, how do you build that line chemistry and chemistry on the ice? Because, not knowing anybody, this is your first time playing with most of them, so it can be a difficult task.
Yeah, I think what you got to do, you kind of just make them trust you. So whether that's in practice or in games, you got to do the right plays. You got to go work hard, get the puck, maybe give it to them nice and early, see that, okay, he can play at this level. And I think that's how you start building chemistry. And then off the ice too, you start hanging out with the guys, they trust you more, they like you more. And I think that's a big thing. So obviously I'm only day 4 here, but I think being around the guys really helps that. And I'm looking to build as much chemistry as I can with each teammate.
I guess when we seen the tweet that you were, going sign the contract, it was the Halifax Wolverines, I guess, is the one that kind of brought it to our attention. So you were assistant coach with them this year?
Yeah, I was assistant coach. I was helping out. We just got the team this year. It was our first year as a new franchise. I was assistant coach there. Head coach Andre Lefebvre ran a great program there, and I was just kind of me and Zach Taylor, another AUS and Halifax Moosehead guy. He was the other assistant coach. And it was actually a really fun year. The kids worked hard, and it was just fun coaching that level. They're new to hitting, so they're all getting their feet wet with it. And they all think they're Mr. Tough Guy. Then the hitting starts. But it's kind of funny. They're a great group of kids, and I love doing it.
Yeah. Well, it must be great for them to kind of see you guys, that are going pro or that played with the Mooseheads, or it must be quite nice for them to kind of get that experience with you guys.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we were their age at one point, so they got tons of questions. Zach went the prep school route in grade 9 to grade 11, and I went to just a major midget in Nova Scotia here. So they have tons of questions about that, and it feels good to tell them our story and how we did it. And obviously, there's so many ways they can do it, and kind of just persuade them to try to reach the next level and keep pushing them to be better every day.
Another question is going back in your history of hockey, like who was your biggest inspirations looking through your career, like either players or family members or?
Yeah, I'd say my dad. He's been there since day one, teaching me to skate, pushed me along the way. I had him a coach. He's my coach until about Bantam, I'd say. And then so along the way, he's been supportive, whether I was not playing or in the lineup. He's always giving me pointers, heads up on what to do better. Another person I really enjoyed was Dom Ducharme as a coach. I found he was someone that just pushed me to be my best every day, gave me every opportunity. And a third person I'd say is Chris Donnelly. I've been at Dal for 5 years. He's the head coach there, and on and off the ice, he's just been someone I can lean on. He's pushed me to be the best person I can, help develop many skills, and those 3 would stick out to me, I'd say.
It must be weird seeing Dom behind the bench for the Montreal Canadiens, eh?
Yeah, I think he lost my phone number. I was hoping to get a call off, but no, it's good for him. He's worked hard to get there, and he's a great coach. And I hope they'll hire him as a head coach. But if not, I think another team will pick him up. Definitely, he knows his stuff.
Yeah, he seems like one of those guys that are really talks to his players quite a bit. Seems very like down to earth type guy.
Yeah, exactly. Knows what he's talking about. I wish he was on the Leafs bench as well, but he's on Montreal.
There might be some conflict there between Thomas, but
yeah,
we're
I'm a diehard Leafs fan, so yeah.
So another one I have here is, I guess, when did you realize pro hockey was an option? Like you took a kind of a different route where you went with major junior and then you went to ASU hockey. Did you ever realize that maybe playing pro hockey wasn't actually an option for you?
It kind of wasn't, to be honest. After our junior, I kind of went to university, thought about getting my degree and just kind of getting a business job right out of university. And I think the past 2 years, I found more and more interest. I fell back in love with the game and decided just to buckle down. And if there was opportunity there, now's the time to go. So to me, it was a no-brainer. Just go play hockey as long as I can and see how it works out. And if it doesn't work, then I can have my degree to lean back on. But yeah, I think over the past 2 years, I really settled it in my mind that I want to play it. So I did whatever it took to achieve that goal.
Yeah, it's great to see. Yeah, you can't go wrong with getting an education. I think you see more and more guys doing it all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not a bad plan to have. And I mean, it's not for everybody, but a lot of guys that you see UNB and Acadia, they're bringing in now the top recruits, and they're choosing the school first and going pro afterwards.
Yeah. Tanner, do you have any more questions?
No, I don't have any. So we'd like to thank you, Kelly, for coming on, talking with us. We want to wish you the best luck. We're excited to see you actually suit up for Kansas City whenever that is. But we really appreciate you and appreciate you coming on, and wish you best of luck.
Yeah, thank you very much, Thomas and Tanner. I appreciate you guys having me on, and I love what you guys do. The work you do is great, and I follow right along for everything you do. So I appreciate that a ton. Thank you very much.
Oh, no problem. I love the hat too, by the way.
Thank you. I just got it the other day, so I'm trying to break it in as much as I can.
There you go.
Yeah.